Once upon a time, there was a woman who woke up on Monday morning with her plan already set. She was going to do the most important thing for her business first. That's always a good plan. But that morning, she had a problem. The work she needed to do required creativity, it required imagination, it required all of her attention. And her attention was elsewhere. Not on something trivial, but on something huge. Something meaningful, something that wouldn't let her go. And yet, the work still needed to be done. This is how she got it done. This is how she was creative, even though her mind was elsewhere. And that is why I'm calling this video How to Stay Focused When Your Mind is Elsewhere 3 Simple Steps. Because oftentimes we believe we are a victim to our attention being stolen from us. And even though I teach my clients how to quiet their environment so that they can bring the best of their attention to their life or to their business or to their goals, sometimes life itself cannot be quieted. There is something so pressing on our heart or so pressing on our mind that it demands our attention. And yet, so does our work. How do we balance the two? So, first of all, there is this false belief that most of us are operating under, and that we think attention is something that gets grabbed, which that's true. Our attention is something that gets grabbed. But we also believe that once it's gone, there's nothing we can do about that. And that's not actually true. We can bring our attention back to the task at hand. I'll be honest though, it does not feel good. It feels very uncomfortable sometimes, and it takes effort. So, our ability to focus on what we're going to do, especially when we don't feel like it, that is actually what gets great things done. Our ability to focus is the key to our success. And it's what makes our success far more reliable. And we don't do this by forcing our mind to stop thinking about what it's already thinking about. We do it by creating a container for those thoughts, by honoring those thoughts so that they're acknowledged, they're held, and also they're temporarily set aside. So today I want to show you how to bring your attention back to what needs to be done right now, even when your mind is elsewhere. This is how to hit pause on that in a productive way. Not ignore it, not wait for it to go away, but put pause on it in a productive way so that you can do peaceful productivity. And the sooner you get the task done at hand, the sooner you can return to that. That is what we're doing. But to do that, we need to think about focus differently. Here's the important reframe. Focus is not a feeling, it's a container. It will serve us better to stop believing that focus is a feeling and to start believing that focus is a container. As in, our mind can hold more than one thing at a time, but what it needs is structure, not suppression. When your mind knows that there is a place for what you're thinking about, like I promise you, I'll get back to thinking about you. It becomes much easier to set it aside, to put pause on it for a second, and to be able to return to the task in front of you. So I'm going to give you 3 very, very practical steps so that you don't have to utilize a feeling of focus and you create a container of focus. All right, so step number 1. Give your time a name. Time works better when it's named. So we're going to tell our time what we're going to do with it. This is focus time. Later, this will be free time. This is thinking time, or this is rest time. When time has a name, then your brain will know what it's for and what it's not for. So, for example, I have trained my brain to believe that all of the time between 9 and 5 p.m. is the time to get things done. And then things after 5 p.m. are free time. That is when I am free to think about other things. But because I've done this so often, practiced so often, gave it a time that, these are my work hours versus these are my free hours, then it's giving this promise to my brain that I will come back to you. I am not ignoring you. I'm going to deal with you at this time, just not this time. If you will, this bargain that I'm making with my brain, if you will allow me to concentrate on this task at hand, I will sooner be able to get back to this other thing that feels even more urgent, even though it's less important. All right? So give your time a name. This is the time for this, not that. Right now, this is focus time. Later, there will be space for everything else. Okay, now step number 2. I love this step so much. This will help you so much. Concentration is not something you're born with. It is not a state you're born with, and it is not something you must wait for. Concentration is actually a skill you practice. Yes, maybe some people are born with more stronger concentration, but if concentration is a muscle, a skill that we can develop, then let's just get practicing on it. So start with 15 minutes, setting a 15-minute timer. And so here is a phrase that I have used that I helped my kids with, and start with the words, let's focus now, or it's time to focus, and know what you're focusing on. That's why we're naming our time. So we're going to focus, and we're going to start with 15 minutes. As you practice the 15 minutes and you get good at 15 minutes, and you also see the power of 15 minutes of concentration, then you can start expanding that. You can go up to 30 minutes, 45 minutes, all the way up to about 90 minutes. The amount of work that you can get done in 90 minutes of concentration with no interruptions is astounding. I don't know that we need more concentration longer than that, but start with 15 minutes. 15 minutes is where I started my kids with when I was homeschooling them. I would tell them and tell me, we are going to practice learning how to read 15 minutes a day. We did 15 minutes of practice every single day, Monday through Friday, non optional. But after that 15 minutes was done, we were free. And my only goal for that 15 minutes was not actually to learn how to read, it was to learn how to concentrate. I don't know what gave me that idea, but I can tell you that 20 years later, it's been one of the best skills that I've ever practiced in my entire life. Understand that. This is an area where we can build some trust and say, no, we're just going to focus on it for this time, and what we can get done in this time is enough. So remember, concentration, focus is not a feeling. Focus is a skill that we can develop and we can get better at. So, and work on it in 15-minute blocks. And then step number 3. This is my backup question. Check in with yourself. Ask yourself this one simple question when you are working on developing this skill of concentration. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing right now? I It would be very, very interesting to count how many times I probably ask myself that in a day, especially if you are like me and you work from home. So many notifications, so many things can go off, and you find yourself deep into something, and then you're like, wait, is this what I'm supposed to be doing right now? No, I was supposed to be recording a YouTube video. No, I was supposed to be going over notes for this webinar. No, I was supposed to be emptying the dishwasher. And I got distracted. Now, the key to asking this is to have a sense of humor with yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you find yourself doing something that is not what you were supposed to be doing. Just gently redirect yourself. As I'm sharing this video with you, I realize that I am treating my own brain as a very distracted 5-year-old. But maybe that's what we should do. Instead of saying, "What are you doing right now? I told you were gonna sit down and work." No, just redirect. "Is this what you're supposed to be doing right now?" "Oh, no. What are you supposed to be doing?" "I'm supposed to be working on this paper." "Okay." Redirect. We don't need to compound the distraction with shame or guilt or berating. We just need to guide ourselves gently, bring ourselves back to center. This will restore our self authority. This will recenter us without shame. This will keep you oriented instead of reactive. This isn't about forcing yourself. It is about choosing consciously to become better at even if my attention is grabbed so strongly elsewhere. I do have the skills to bring myself back to the important task at hand. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And sometimes we'll have fits and starts with that. That's okay. Just start with 15 minutes at a time. Focus on developing the skill of focusing even when your mind is elsewhere. And then the sooner that you finish the task at hand, the sooner that you can go back to what it is that is really wanting to grab your attention. Sometimes your mind really is elsewhere because you're thinking about something meaningful, but developing the ability to recapture our attention and to bring it to the task at hand and to focus so that we can get more done in less time is a skill that will pay you huge dividends in time saved, in money earned, in the ability to manage multiple things without multitasking. Even when your mind is elsewhere, develop the ability to bring it back with these 3 steps of giving your time a name, working on building concentration as a skill, as a stronger muscle in your life by 15-minute segments at a time, and reorienting yourself by asking, "Is this what I'm supposed to be doing right now?" And you will see that this will create structure for your time so that you can get more done in less time. You don't need perfect focus, but you do need small, powerful containers to hold your best, most reliable, focused time. So go do your 15 minutes and then go enjoy your free time, letting your mind be exactly where it wants to be. And if this has helped or if you have any questions, make sure you put those in the comments. In closing, if you found this helpful, let me introduce myself. I'm April Bragg, and I help women become time rich in both life and business, not by doing more, but by asking better questions that allow them to change what's possible. And if you want help making decisions that protect and increase your time and energy, I have a free tool for you. It's called the 1 minute decision filter, and you can go to aprilbragg.com/decide. And remember that your time truly is your most valuable possession. May yours be multiplied to the benefit of you and the blessing of others. Bye bye.